Hey, and welcome to another episode of I Know Jax. This month we're celebrating 6 years on air. I know it's hard to believe that I've been doing this job of hosting I Know Jax for 6 years. It really doesn't feel like that long. But as they say, time flies when you're having fun, and I'm having fun. I have the best job in Jacksonville because I get to visit cool places, eat great food, and meet awesome people on a weekly basis. I'm a really lucky guy, really lucky. I know you're going to agree with me because this time I got to visit a place in St. Augustine that has the most amazing desserts. Now, I'm not really a sweet guy. Well, that is, I don't like to eat sweet stuff so much. I am a sweet guy otherwise. Just ask anybody. I'm gonna take that back. Don't ask my wife, but you can ask anybody else, I think. I am very impressed by Niels Rowland at Creme de la Coco, and obviously I'm not the only one because you can see him also on the Food Network. I decided to take a trip to St. Augustine to find out more. I'm down in beautiful St. Augustine on San Marco at Creme de la Coco, checking out. They do sweets, and I'm not normally a sweets guy, but I'm gonna go back in the kitchen and check out what they got going.
It's kind of cool to put chocolates in edible packages.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making an edible chocolate sphere to put the chocolates inside of.
And what's this called so people can know what to order when they come?
I mean, we call it kind of the Wonder Ball. Obviously, there's things like that already. But
I was going to call it Amaze Balls.
Amaze Ball. You can call it whatever you want.
That's not okay, maybe. A little bit science.
Absolutely.
A lot of tasty.
It's part of the reason I like it. It's the art and science mix. And it seems to make people happy. We've done some dinners where people use these to put over desserts and things like that.
Got you, okay.
But I like it when everything's sort of like a one-off.
Got you.
Like it's just, to me, it's
Each
got
one's a snowflake, I got it.
Exactly. That way it's just got a little bit of its own personality. It looks pretty good, so we're about 72, 75. Give it a swirl. And so you can start to see sort of the patterns that you're gonna come up with. We'll be putting, you can pick what type of chocolates you want in there.
Right.
You can sort of put anything you want, mini macarons, mini cookies, pretty much anything.
I think my name, Amaze Balls, is something that should stick.
Hey, Amaze Balls is not that bad. It is not that bad. So basically the ultimate purpose of what we're doing is you're kind of letting it set. So when you temper chocolate, it's liquid and then you're tempering it back. So chocolate's crystalline structure, so you need it to crystallize properly. The crystal you're looking for is beta 6. There's 6 crystals in there. So beta 6 is what we're shooting for. And so you can see here how it's starting to look a little more matte than shiny.
Right.
So it sets pretty quickly. Once it starts setting, it goes. So in the winter, it's a lot better because it's colder.
So did you pay attention in science class? It sounds like you did. Because I might have sat in the back of the class. I'm just saying.
I did all right. You know, the product of scientists. Both my parents are scientists.
Oh,
so,
are they? Okay,
yeah,
well, good for you.
Sort of ingrained a little bit in there.
I didn't have that.
That's okay. I turned science into food. That's where I went. I'm going to flick it in behind it because with the white behind it, it will make those spots pop through once it's set.
So tell me, how did you get started in all this cooking stuff? You say your parents were scientists, and you just started messing around in the kitchen, or?
Well, when I was 13, I made a deal with them. Got to a point where I was just like, hey, look, you guys get me what I want, and I'll make dinner whenever.
Right.
So I got a grill and just started making dinner all the time.
There you go.
Pastry was never the intention, you know, but it just kind of went that way, and here we are. So this is a 58% dark chocolate. I have it tempered already. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cast these shells. So
when we say tempered, that means melted, right?
To a degree. So basically, to temper chocolate, you need to take it up to a certain temperature, which melts all of the crystals of those 6 crystals I talked about. So you need to take it up to about 108 or above, and that melts all of the crystals. And then to re-temper it down is you're going to bring dark chocolate to about 88 to 91 degrees.
Okay.
So
it's about the feel for it.
It is. It's a feel thing. And what I found with chocolate is either you can do it or you can't.
Right.
It's a very touch-based thing.
Do you ever look at something when you're done and go, I made that?
Every once in a while.
Just every once in a while?
Well, it just depends. Honestly, that mostly happens with the ways things taste. Sometimes I'm like, we'll see how this goes.
What was the last thing that you went?
It was probably the apple caramel that I made.
Oh, that was great, by the way. Don't you love those moments though when you're like,
yeah, they're great. Yeah. They're great. And then everybody's like,
I made that.
Like, yeah.
Those are amaze balls.
They're amaze balls. They're amaze balls. When you know chocolate's done well is it's shiny.
Okay.
So that has to do with the tempering. But the faster and the harder you can get it to snap off the plastic, the shinier it's gonna be. Flip it over, tap it out. Oh, they came out. But you can see that little bit of yellow in there now. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a couple different types of chocolates and some of these crisp pearls that everybody loves so much.
So it's like a chocolate surprise pinata and everything's edible.
Everything is edible.
Man.
Everything is edible. So normally
Niels, I love you, man.
Love you too. Hazelnut, milk chocolate, mint chocolate, and rum.
This is pretty cool. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
That's awesome.
I'm going to show you how I make my champagne and strawberry cotton candy
I'm down
today.
for that.
All right. This is freeze-dried strawberries ground up, so you really get the strawberry flavor in there. It's not just a flavored
sugar.
Those are
little sugar hearts?
Yeah, you had to have
stars?
pink glittery hearts when you're making strawberry and champagne cotton candy, right?
Absolutely.
I typically do about 3 or 4 spins that go into this
one little cup,
tiny little container. Have a nice day.
If you haven't been to Creme de la Coco yet, I suggest you put it on your list of must-see places in St. Augustine. Next, we're going to talk about something that's really close to my heart, and I bet you can't guess what it is. It's something that's been really big in our area this weekend. Really big. Huh? It's something a lot of people were excited about and have been talking about pretty much all week, and it's something close to my heart: tiny houses. Annie from Eco Relics here in Jacksonville is also somebody who is passionate about tiny houses. Recently, they finished a tiny house at Eco Relics using a lot of repurposed materials. And I met up with Annie to find out more.
We have so much reclaimed material in this warehouse that I thought, what better way for us to showcase that you can use it in construction, but to do it ourselves. And a house was a little bit too daunting. And I'd been talking with Sarah Boren at the USGBC, and we decided that we'd do a tiny house together, together with them, and build it green.
Did you guys do a design charrette? How did you come up with the design?
We did a full day design charrette, which was part of the LEED certification. So it enabled us to get ideas from different people who are in the industry about how to make it, you know, the best possible tiny house we could make it, and the greenest possible tiny house that we could make it. There was a lot of different issues that we weren't expecting because LEED is based on a home that sits on a plot of land, right? A lot of the points are driven based on where you plop your house. And we're straddling on the edge of gold and platinum right now, and we think that we're going to get platinum. So it's a big plus for us because we'll also be the first LEED certified tiny house in the world, which is awesome. It will go on a green building tour of Florida. So we'll be taking it to schools, we'll be taking it to other cities, especially to promote the tiny house movement, because not all cities fully support the tiny houses right now. So we're hoping that not only can we coax people to be green, but we can also coax cities to allow tiny houses into their building code.
Okay. And being here in Duval, this is one of the counties that does not.
It does not.
And do you see that changing in the near future? And if so, what influence can you guys have on that?
I think it will be changing. We've gotten written up in the Florida Times-Union twice, and the building code department got wind of it. And so they're on us right now, and they are ready, I think, to make the change.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing that's keeping people away from tiny houses right now, is there's nowhere to legally park them.
There's nowhere to legally put them, yeah. And you know, it made it difficult for us to decide where this was going to live, and that's why we decided to kind of take it on the green tour. And then we hope by the time that that's done, that the city will say, okay, we're ready for you, and that we can actually give it to a veteran who really could use it.
Eco Relics is a new sponsor we're welcoming to I Know Jax this month. Now, I don't know if you've been to their warehouse on Stockton yet, because if you haven't, it's a trip. I can spend hours just wandering around looking at stuff. Now, when you're looking for home design inspiration, I would suggest taking a trip down to Eco Relics. It's well worth the visit. Here at I Know Jax, we do our best to support local businesses in the community. Visit our website to find out how we can help promote your business on iknowjax.com.
Call Joe directly at 904-345-0755 or visit iknowjax.com/advertising.
Tracy and I always have a great time when we get together. I believe it has something to do with the fact that both of us really enjoy living in Jacksonville, and we both think that there are so many fun things to do here. Just check this out.
I am Tracy.com, your official funologist, and this is the TDC Experience. Hey, if I forget to tell you, happy Thanksgiving. This week the holidays officially kick off, and 'tis the season to bring you something free, starting right here at Latham Park. If you don't know where Latham Park is, it's right across from the Seawalk Pavilion and home to the bikini-clad surfer. Right here at Latham Park, Deck the Chairs is going to light up Jacksonville Beach. Check out all the holiday decorated beach chairs this weekend through New Year's Day. And talk about getting into the Christmas spirit, the Jacksonville Landing is firing up the lights on the 56-foot Christmas tree on Friday. Musical entertainment starts at 7 p.m., followed by the lighting of the tree and then nightly light shows to follow through the holidays. And speaking of thousands of lights, nobody has more than St. Augustine. The annual Nights of Lights is a nationally recognized must-see event any night of the week now through January 31st. And finally, I'm begging you, get it? I'm begging you. Don't forget your furry friends during the holidays. Sunday, it's a very doggy Christmas at the Jacksonville Landing. The event is free, but donate $10 to Friends of Jacksonville Animals, and your photogenic pooch gets his or her picture taken with Santa. Follow even more of the TDC Experience on Facebook Live, and remember, if you're bored in Jacksonville, it's your own fault.
I know Tracy is never bored in Jacksonville, and I'm not either. There's so much to do in our area. You see, next week is Thanksgiving week, and guess where you're gonna find me? I'll be, of course, down at Pete's Bar in Neptune Beach celebrating Thanksgiving with a Bloody Mary, or 3. It's our new Thanksgiving tradition to ride our bikes down there and hang out. Expect lots of people and lots of fun, and for those of you who are looking for a different place for your Thanksgiving dinner, I would recommend Buddha's Thai Bistro on 3rd Street. They have a special vegan Thanksgiving dinner that I know is awesome. And for the weekend, there's Small Business Saturday at Ram on Saturday 10 to 3 p.m. And there's also the popular Christmas Made in the South show at Prime Osborne. There's also a lot going on in St. Augustine with Uptown Saturday Night and the St. Augustine Arts and Crafts Show. For more ideas about fun things to do, check out my post, well, Fun Things to Do in November on iknowjax.com.
Hi, my name is Natalia with Trivia Nation, and it's time to get your think on. In what year did Alex Trebek start hosting Jeopardy? Hi, it's Natalia with Trivia Nation, and it's time to get your think on. We asked, in what year did Alex Trebek start hosting Jeopardy? And the answer is 1984.
Please join us at any of our 50 locations in Northeast Florida. Just go to trivianation.com for more details.
I want you to become an I Know Jax ambassador. We're creating a group for people who want to actively be involved in helping us keep our local flavor. See, our motto at I Know Jax is eat local, drink local, and be local. I love going on local adventures, trying new local restaurants, and finding fun things to do in the Jacksonville area. I also believe that we need to protect and support our small local businesses. And when you spend money with a local business, it benefits our whole community. Here's an example. A local restaurant is often buying local Mayport shrimp and local produce, but a chain restaurant places a big order for the group, and most likely their supplies are shipped in from somewhere else. They might even be using frozen shrimp from China. You can think about it this way too. If you order lunch for 20 people for your office from a local restaurant, that makes a huge difference for the local sandwich shop. If you do it from a big chain, not so much. Having thriving local restaurants, craft breweries, and other businesses is what makes a city unique. Big box stores, chains, and franchises have big marketing budgets, while small local businesses often struggle to get the word out. This is where I Know Jax makes a difference. We help showcase these great local places. Now, it's important to our community to stay local, to not get overrun by the big national chains. We want to keep our local flavor, plain and simple. I believe that this is the true goal of I Know Jax, and now I'm starting the ambassador program so that you can help. As an ambassador, you will get to actively be involved in I Know Jax. You can sign up to volunteer in a variety of projects. How much time you want to spend is of course up to you, because this is a volunteer project. To be successful, you need to be comfortable using social media. I'm starting a special Facebook group for communication, and we'll also have regular in-person meetups all around town. If you're interested, all you got to do is go to this web address and fill out the form. Can you believe it? It's already Thanksgiving and the holiday season is right around the corner. I am already making plans for 2018. It's going to be a great year for I Know Jax. And I have a feeling that this year we reached our stride. 6 years, well, it'll do that. Now, if you see me when I'm out and about, come up and say hello. I always enjoy meeting people who watch the show. Being able to do what I do is just fantastic, and getting to meet so many interesting people is something that I'm very, very thankful for. Now, if it wasn't for you watching my videos online and TV and supporting my efforts, I would never have made it for 6 years, and that's the truth. So, thank you. Well, that's it for this week's I Know Jax. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and remember that I will see you on the internet.